That means it's actually the first time that I'm going to be playing against an Allsvenskan team. But ready to play, let's go smash it. Alright team, welcome back to another video. A lot going on in today's episode. We'll give you a little bit of an update on life here in Stockholm. As you can see, still in the Airbnb. Got a big friendly as well against an Allsvenskan team. We'll have a little bit of a catch up on how you guys are doing in the Keeping Goals Fantasy Premier League. And finally, a little bit of a chat about how football's going and how we're settling in. So I hope you enjoy the episode. If you do, please hit that like button. Helps us out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's jump straight into it. It's going to be a good one. Enjoy. So I think we're in week 3 of pre-season now. Frankie's here. How are you settling in, Franks?
Good. I feel a lot more settled this week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell.
No.
It's nice because I now know my way around the town and I know where the football stadium is.
Yeah.
That was actually quite scary, the first match, because after 2.5 years of sitting with people and I had to go and sit on my own, I was actually a bit scared.
You didn't have any fan friends.
I don't have any fan friends.
You haven't started the Ultras group yet, but give it a couple of weeks. Frank will be there with flares, banners, chants, slagging off the keeper.
Represented, yeah.
But yeah, we're still in the Airbnb. We do have an update on the flat. I don't think it'll be by the end of this episode, but it might. We found a flat, which is good progress. We've had a contract through. We're in that last stages of getting that done. So hopefully we'll actually be able to unpack those bags over there pretty soon. But we're settling in. Training's been going well. We had one more friendly, which you guys didn't see. We won 2-0 last week. And today we've got a big game against Brommapojkarna, who play in the top division in Sweden. But more on that later on. But we're doing all right. We're doing all right. But before we get onto that, something which I've been really enjoying and Frankie has found a little bit of a bane in her life is my obsession with fantasy football at the minute, because it's getting to the business end of the season. So let's have a look how you guys are doing in the league, and let's pick my team for the weekend as well. I need to get that done. So the Keeping Goals Fantasy Premier League has been going from strength to strength. I haven't spoken about it for a while, but you guys have been smashing it. There are an obscene amount of people in the league. I think we're now on, still scrolling, 379 people in the league, and up at the top, a big shout out, Leo Karai. Leo, you're absolutely smashing it. I don't even know how you've done it. You're nearly 50 points ahead at the top of the table. I'd love to see your worldwide rank at the minute, Leo. You must be right up there, because that's an impressive score. If you want to join the league, the link is in the description. Come and play while we've got a few months left of the season. You might be able to spot yourself. Big shout out to my friend Christian as well. Top 10 in 9th place. And there we are, just one Conetto, 27th place, which isn't bad. I'd like to finish top 20, that would be very good. But let's have a look at the team. We need to make some changes. My team from last week, not the best. Gakpo carried me a little bit, but the less said about that week, the better. Plus my bench had a lot of points on it, so I need to make some changes. We're going to change Sarabia for Matoma, and we're going to change Andreas Pereira for Solly March. Get those Brighton boys in with their double game week. And then, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to make an extra one. I had 2 free transfers, but I've got to get David Raya in there. He's been absolutely killing it. So there we go. That's our changes. We're going to put David Raya in. We're going to get Matoma and March in there as well. But there we have it. That is the team for this weekend. There's definitely points in there. And as I say, if you want to join the Fantasy Premier League, the link is down below. Come and play. The cup's starting soon. We might have to do some prizes for winners of the league and winner of the cup. I think we can do that. But fingers crossed, we get some points this weekend. So today's friendly, as I mentioned before, we've had 2 friendlies already, both against Division 2 teams, which is the league below the one that we're in. A 3-1 win, which you guys saw in episode 1, a 2-0 win last week. But today, a completely different type of test, because today in our pre-season friendly we're playing against Brommapojkarna. Now some of you might remember Brommapojkarna. A couple of years ago they were in our league, they won that league, and they were a very, very strong team. We played against them with Piteå, lost both games, probably one of the best teams that I've played whilst I've been in Sweden. So in 2021 they won Division 1. 2022, last season, they won Superettan, which is the 2nd tier of Swedish football. So they went back to back with title wins, which is very, very impressive. Which means that this year, 2023, Brommapojkarna, or BP, are going to be in Allsvenskan, which is the top league here in Sweden. That means it's actually the first time that I'm going to be playing against an Allsvenskan team. During my time in Sweden, I've never played a team from Superettan or Allsvenskan, so this is going to be a cool new experience. Even though I played them a couple of years ago, obviously there's going to be a lot of different players. I'm sure some of them are still going to be the same. And it is still pre-season, so it might not be their strongest first team, but it'll be a great opportunity for us as a group to test ourselves against a team from the top division, to see how we're progressing, and also for myself, a great opportunity to actually play against an Allsvenskan team for the first time. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really good game. The stadium where Brommapojkarna play isn't too far away. I'm going to head there on the tube, I think, is the best way of getting there. And of course, I'll take you guys along, show you how the game goes, show you what happens. But as you might have seen, we've got some new kit. New season, new team, means some new stash, new kit. So I'm going to show you some of the new bits that we've got. So one of the cool things about playing for Vasalund is we're sponsored by Puma, which is very nice. I like Puma a lot. I've never been on a team which is sponsored by Puma, so it's quite cool to get some Puma stuff. As you can see, we've got the t-shirt, quite a simple t-shirt with the badge. We've got joggers, can't see those as well, but some easy travel joggers. And then we've got a nice backpack for traveling as well. This is all our kind of match day kit, so this is what I'm wearing today to travel to BP. And inside the bag, we've got a couple of other little things. So we've got a very cool travel hoodie. I think this is my favorite bit. Oh, so that's very nice. A very smart travel hoodie. And then we also get, which we're gonna need today because it's still snowing, a very posh travel coat as well. So this is my match day look with the bag as well. We will fill this up, of course, with the boots, the gloves, everything that we need for the game. So the plan now, get some lunch, get packed, and then head off, ready for the game. You've got to love a match day, and this one should be a really good one. So, food time, and then we'll head off. So we made it to the ground, ready to go. I think it's the Brommapojkarna women's team playing a Swedish Cup game before us, which is quite cool because Nicole, the goalkeeper for Brommapojkarna women's team, used to play for PT as well. But ready to play, looking forward to it. Should be a good one. I'm gonna go in, get changed, get ready to warm up when these guys are done. Wish us luck, I'll speak to you afterwards. Let's go smash it. That was a tough one. Really good game, very intense. Great to play against a very good team. Loads to learn from it. Some good stuff, some good saves, but some not so great stuff as well. And wasn't entirely happy with how I played, playing through the press. My distribution, I expect more from myself with that, and I didn't quite get it where I wanted it to be. So lots to learn from it. Frustrating to not get a better result, but pre-season, that's what it's for. Testing ourselves against good teams, improving as a team, getting up to speed individually, and I'll learn a lot from that game. So take the positives, learn from the negatives, improve, adapt, move forward. Time to get home, get some tea. It's late, about 10 o'clock, and I went the wrong way on the tube, so I'm late getting home, which isn't good. But get some food, get to bed, and start a new week. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any footage from the match. Don't worry, we will be getting training footage, game footage very, very soon, especially as we move into the season. But as a quick overview of the game, we went 1-0 down around 10 minutes. Long ball over the top, striker got there just before me. Bit of a tough one to judge, but we equalised pretty much straight after kick-off, 1-1. Rest of the half, 1-1, quite a close game. BP had some good chances, made a couple of good saves, but we also had a couple of good chances ourselves. So 1-1 at half-time felt like a pretty fair reflection of the game. But then the second half, they kind of grew into it more. We faded a little bit. Obviously, Pre-season, lots of substitutions, you lose the flow a little bit, and they scored 2 goals towards the end of the game. So like I said, disappointing result, but loads for us to learn as a team, loads for me to learn, having played an Allsvenskan team for the first time. Brilliant to test myself against that level, because that's where I want to be playing ultimately. So loads to learn from it, and a really enjoyable experience. But as I say, match footage, training footage will be back very, very soon. But before we go, I thought I'd have a look at how the fantasy football team that we built did this weekend. Now originally, I thought this was a masterstroke. 91 points, Solly March captain. For some reason, they didn't credit him with the goal in the first game, so I feel like I've been robbed of some points. But I thought that was a good score until I looked at the league, and now I've dropped down to 30th. You guys all smashed it, which is infuriating, to be honest. But as I say, if you want to join the Fantasy Premier League before the end of the season, link is down below. There will be a prize for the league winner. There will be a prize for the cup winner. So it should be an exciting end to the season on there as well. This week's patron of the week is Marco Adzic. Marco, thanks for supporting us. Thanks for supporting Keeping Goals. We wouldn't be able to make the videos without patrons like yourself. So a massive, massive thank you. But that's it. Another week of pre-season done. Another week in Stockholm done. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Helps us out loads. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next week for another video, as always. Back on the Sunday videos. But have a great week. Look after yourselves. Keep chasing improvement as always. And I'll speak to you in a bit.